These are the top 20 rarest cars in Jay Leno's garage, some of them you've never even heard of. It is hard not to imagine how Jay Leno has managed all these. Yet he has, and that is what we are here to uncover. What is in the collection of the superstar comedian who makes his audience laugh and blows the mind of car lovers? Follow along, this would be a ride, literally. Number 1. Lamborghini Miura. We start our list with a double treat, the Lamborghini Miura P400 and Miura S. That's right, two models of the same car. It's just the kind of thing you'd expect from one of the most famous car collectors in the world, Jay Leno. Let's forget for a second that the Lamborghini Miura is rightly considered the father of supercars. It was the first supercar ever built. Instead, let's focus on the real question. How did Mr. Leno get his hands on this supercar double? Prepare to be starstruck as Leno got his P400 for $0. That's right, he got it for free. During one of his car shows, Leno explained that his P400 belonged to none other than the famous musician, the late Dean Martin. Dean Martin's son had totaled the stunning P400 and Dean had no interest in fixing it. So he let our car collector take it for nothing. The S doesn't have as catchy a story as Leno's P400, but it takes nothing from its history and character. Only 764 Miuras were produced, so they are not as rare as some of the others on this list. Hence their starting position, but if you come across one, you should count yourself lucky as not many remain in existence. Leno's to Miuras could easily go for millions of dollars. Leno himself calls it his gazillion-dollar car. This is barely the beginning, but the class and the Italian elegance is one to behold. Switching to the next gear, only right that we have a super rare piece also. Number 2. 1966 Chevrolet Corvair Yenko Stinger. Next on our list is the 1966 Chevrolet Corvair Yenko Stinger, created by the one and only Don Yenko. Mr. Yenko was a man known for modifying Chevrolet Camaros and winning races. But when faster cars burst into the scene in 1965, he stopped winning. Camaros couldn't compete against this new beast. Almost immediately, Yenko recognized the Corvair's, another Chevrolet, untapped performance potential, and in 1966, he created 100 enhanced versions of this Corvair. They called them Stingers, because they were quite literally just built to beat the Shelby GT350. Although the Stinger suffered PR damage, it didn't stop Yenko from returning to his winning ways and Jay from picking up one for himself. However, Leno turned his already incredible car into a super incredible one. Leno's Stinger is a Stage 2 model that has been exceptionally well preserved, featuring mostly original components. It is powered by a 2.7-liter air-cooled flat-six engine, capable of producing 190 horsepower. Yenko's modifications included not only a more powerful engine, but also a fiberglass trunk lid with air intakes, upgraded brakes, improved suspension, and a slightly altered interior. The Corvair is great, but it doesn't get as much love from Leno as this next car. Number 3. 1972 Mercedes-Benz 600 Compressor. Jay Leno has referred to his 1972 Mercedes-Benz 600 Compressor as his all-time favorite car. Built with no regard for cost. Built for a rock star. Built to make a statement back in 1963, it was the largest road car on the market, boasting the largest wheels of its time. Priced around $30,000, Leno admired deeply during his college years while working at the Mercedes dealership, and it's easy to see why. Mercedes-Benz spared no expense when designing the 600 Compressor. It was a car destined for adoration and love. It's probably why it's a favorite among influential political figures worldwide, from Germany to China. Jay Leno recalls a time when he accidentally spooked an elderly Iranian man, who mistook him for the Savak secret police. What sets this car apart is its complete reliance on hydraulics, with no electrical components to be found. Even the windows and sunroof are all hydraulically powered. With only 138 of these cars ever made for the US market, Leno's model is particularly special as it features a supercharger, or as the Germans say it, Compressor. Number 4. 1994 McLaren F1. From the German machine, next up, we have a 1994 McLaren F1. It's the most driven and one of the most expensive cars in Jay's garage. Although 106 McLaren F1s were eventually made, Jay's is one of the first 25 created in 1994. Leno's McLaren F1 was initially snapped up by former Dutch racing driver Ben Pon Jr., who, after a successful career on the track and taking over the oldest wine negotiation business in the Netherlands, decided to part ways with the vehicle after a year. Jay Leno, with his eye for a good deal, swooped in and snagged it for a mere $800,000, a price that today seems like highway robbery. One of the McLaren F1's most celebrated features is its naturally aspirated engine, which is a beastly 6.1-liter V12. It pumps out 618 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, all packed into a car that tips the scales at just 2,579 pounds. This engine, known internally as the S70/2, gave this F1 an insane power-to-weight ratio of 550 horsepower per ton, enough to make you question the laws of physics. With power and aesthetics that make Leno look like Batman, it's no wonder he likes driving this particular car so much.
I am Batman!
It won't take Batman to convince you to like and subscribe to this channel if you have been enjoying it so far. So click that like button as we move to the fifth car on this list. Number 5. 1966 Lotus Elan 26R. Next up is another car that will make any car lover jealous. It's Jay Leno's 1966 Lotus Elan 26R. Debuting in 1963 as a compact sports car, the Elan was crafted to excel on both winding country roads and race circuits. Given its nimble design, the Elan 26R quickly became a favorite among race car drivers, but only 97 were produced. Jay Leno's Elan 26R is just like the original car except better. Being a Lotus, keeping the car lightweight was a top priority. The 13-inch wheels weigh only 7 pounds each, and Jay can easily lift the hood with his pinky finger. This results in a curb weight of only 1,358 pounds, including fuel and fluids. Powering the car is a 2.0-liter aluminum block 4-cylinder engine, delivering around 220 horsepower. Due to the demands of safety, a car like the Elan is unlikely to be made for the freeway again. Don't be fooled. On our very exclusive list, next up is another ridiculously exclusive car. Number 6. Bugatti Type 37A. You don't become a renowned car collector by building a collection of everyday cars. No, if you want to collect cars like Jay Leno, you need to have a wealth of automotive information to hunt for the best. One such best of the best, and 15th on our list, is Bugatti Type 37A. Produced between 1928 and 1930, with only 67 made, the Bugatti Type 37A stands out immediately for its beauty, simplicity, and rarity. However, Jay Leno's Type 37A takes the cake for being the exact one belonging to the once famous French race car driver, Pierre Véron. As if this car needed more pizzazz, it's the one with a unique American-colored blue and white body, and comes packed with a supercharged inline-4 engine, allowing this unconventional car to reach speeds of 122 miles per hour. Just be careful, as there's no wind deflector or shield. So, be prepared to feel the full power of the wind blasting in your face. Jay Leno's Bugatti Type 37A is a rare gem, even in a collection of rare beauties, but we've still got 14 cars to go. So, keep your seatbelts locked in. Number 7. 1993 LCC Rocket. Next on our list is the LCC Rocket. For the LCC Rocket, the plan was to keep things as simple and light as possible, resulting in a tiny speed demon. The light car company Rocket is powered by a Yamaha 4-cylinder motorcycle engine, tucked away in the rear. Early versions were equipped with a 1,000 cubic centimeters engine, cranking out 143 horsepower, but later models saw an upgrade to a 1,070 cubic centimeters engine with 171 horsepower. The Rocket's body is made from fiberglass, which makes it extremely light, and Leno's, which comes in bright red, heightens the excitement for even onlookers as you tear through the tarmac in this machine. Surprisingly, the LCC Rocket is rarer, only 55 made, and cheaper than the McLaren F1, but it's just as fun to drive. Number 8. Doble Steam Cars. Just when you thought you'd seen it all in Jay's garage, he goes out and brings two wonders of automotive technology, his double Doble steam cars. What's this? It's exactly what you're thinking, two steam-powered cars created by the Doble brothers. The Doble brothers made only 36 cars under the Doble Steam Motors Corporation, and Jay Leno owns 2 of them. While they're sort of the same model, the Model E and his 2 steam-powered cars couldn't be more different, a flaw of their creator, Abner Doble. Abner was a genius that built his first steam car when he was still in high school, but that ingenuity meant that he was always tweaking his cars to make them better. While that sounds like a good thing, it was why his company made only 36 very expensive cars and eventually folded. Well, that and the fact that people found ICEs more practical. Jay Leno described Abner's pursuit of a steam-powered vehicle as trying to perfect VHS tapes when DVDs had just been released. Nonetheless, Abner's steam babies were a force to reckon with. The steam cars were self-igniting, something that was peculiar to Doble cars, and they could reach up to 132 miles per hour. The steam